The Cheeseboy628 Show, starring Cheeseboy628.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today, giving you something different, something quite special indeed, and I'm going to call this the NPL series. Well, what does the NPL stand for? It's right here, National Pokeball League. What is it? Maybe you've seen different versions of this on like Shady Penguin or Magnitude's channel, where different people have different names, Pokemon related, and it's usually like baseball style kind of thing where various teams are facing each other, and well, they compare stats and stuff of like what Pokemon get kills and like win-loss ratio, of course. So it's really cool. I was invited by it for a Jolt from the Token Minorities, and so there's some really cool people in this little league of ours. There are, looks like 14 teams, and so yeah, there's quite a few people, different people to challenge and whatnot. It's great, as you can tell by my amazing logo here. I'm the Phoenix Sunkern. Just one Sunkern, by the way. So that's that. Anyway, long story short, we had a draft and everything, so I was able to pick 10 Mons and a Mega, and so it kind of just went for whoever got the best win-losses from earlier this preseason, I guess you could say, and so that determined when I could pick my Mons. So my Mons include, as you can see on this list here, Suicune, Zygarde, Donphan, and those are my first three, the ones that I get to keep. And I'll talk about my reasoning for now, since this is the beginning, this is the first episode of a fairly long series. Suicune, who doesn't like Suicune? It's a huge threat. Well, people facing it don't like it. Then there's Zygarde. I just wanted a Mon that can set up, plus it has priority, which is great. Donphan also has priority, but Stealth Rock and Spinning is going to be great. There's plenty of utility for it. Then, in our next sequence, we have Darmanitan, Chestnut, Goodra, and Cloyster. For Darmanitan, I just wanted to have a Fire Mon for sure. We already have water, so we want to finish that Fire Water Grass core with Chestnut, which is a great physical wall. And I saw from here, I don't really have a lot of special defensive Mons, so Goodra should be good. And then Cloyster is just a really threatening Mon that can set up. Then, the next Mons, by the way, these ones you have for a certain period of time, these longer than the ones below it, excluding Mega Medicham, and then those like get released from your team and then people can pick them up afterwards. Then with like 1 week, I guess they said, something like that. I'm not 100% sure on how the time works in regards to this. But we have Escav, Scrafty, Musharna. I love Musharna and you. I don't know if it's actually going to get any utility though in regards to everything being potentially OU. Then I have Scrafty, Intimidate, it can be Assault Vest, it can be Bulk Up, it can be Dragon Dance. It's quite, has quite the move pool to be very diverse. And we have Escavalier, which is usually an Assault Vester. It could be Bandit, I mean it packs a punch. And then you guys know, one of my favorite Megas has to be Mega Medicham. In honor of good old Careless Skate 88, we got the Wombo combo. So with that said, I have these 10 Mons, which by the way, there was already plenty of teams in this series, this National Pokeball League, which is why you may think, hey geez, this looks pretty UU. Yeah, that's because most of the Mons already taken were OU. And so there were like 6, maybe just a few new teams that were added, including me, where I was able to pick from the remaining move pool. I still think it's a decent team. So, as you can see by our little schedule here, I'm facing the Chicago Sacred Fire. So what we're going to do right now, I'm doing this completely live. I have no idea really about what I'm facing here. I do a little bit ironically just because I was interviewed a week ago or so regarding the series on who I'm somewhat fearing, and well, I actually mentioned this team as one of them because, as you can tell, he has Gliscor, Latias, and Talonflame. Those are scary. Those are very scary Mons, so we're gonna have to look out for that. But he does have Mega Heracross, which means as long as my Mega Medicham gets a nice Mega Evolution, we'll be good there. So yeah, looking at his team, he's probably going to be using Mega Heracross, which is why it'll be very good to use my Mega Medicham. So we're just going to go to Showdown right now and start building this team, because I'm actually going to be battling relatively soon. So it's kind of a team building Tuesday, not really. So, because I have a select few that I can use, and it'll be great. I have no reason not to do Adamant, I feel. other than Jirachi, I guess, but that's, I mean, Jirachi could be Scarf, it might be defensive, you don't really know. He has Manaphy, which is really scary, so that would be one incentive to do Jolly, but in that case it would just be a speed tie. So I don't want him to set up, that's basically what's going on. Fake Out and High Jump Kick are guaranteed. The thing is, I'm thinking about Ice Punch, since Gliscor is certainly a potential threat. He has Shuckle, I'm very interested by that. Mega Medicham does a ton to his team. Thought I should mention that. Does it get knockoff? Does not get knockoff, but I feel Ice Punch is going to be best. Do I want Bullet Punch? Bullet Punch could be good for Gardevoir if it's Scarf Gardevoir, and that's possible for sure. So I would like to keep the double priority despite it not being the, maybe not the most utility, but yeah, that should be good. Regarding some other mods he has Jirachi, Gliscor, and Talonflame are of course physical attackers and relatively offensive, depending on what you'd like, so why not use Crocoon? There's no reason not to use Crocoon, so that is what I'm going to do. Chances are he's going to be prepared for it by bringing Shaman or something of the sort, or maybe Bandit or Swords Dance, Talonflame, but yeah, we definitely want to put this in Sleep Talk. And so, Crocoon. I wish I would have called this Crocoon set. It would be great. Yeah, looking at the rest of his team and considering my mods, he has Latios as a Defogger, and then Talonflame. So, like, that kind of core would mean that Talonflame probably does not want Rocks Up. Trying to think about this whole Jirachi thing. That is great. It's just there's different colors and different orders, so it's kind of confusing. But yes, looking at the rest of his team here, I'm somewhat scared of Latios. I'm not sure what I want to do regarding Latios. Really, the one thing that could... No, it's not even something that can take it. I'm definitely kind of scared of it. I'm not doing Scarf Zygarde. I think I could do... I could kind of do Goodra. Goodra should be able to eat up one Draco. And then retaliate with who knows what. But yeah, it also looks like not much of his team can really take that. Jirachi is going to be scary. Jirachi is going to be somewhat of a problem. So yeah, I think I'm going to do Donphan and Goodra. As you can tell, this is practically a UU team with Mega Medicham right now, so we're definitely going to run Standard Assault Vest. I don't think there's much incentive of carrying EQ as opposed to just carrying Fire Blast, because we do want to take care of that Jirachi. Fire Blast, Draco. I haven't run Goodra in a while, so I'm not 100% sure on what I want to use. But no real reason to use Sludge Bomb other than Gardevoir. And Gardevoir is a thing though. I want Ice Beam because I want as many ways to take out Gliscor as possible. And yeah, Sludge Bomb could still be nice as a middleman move. I'm not sure how great this move pool choice of mine looks, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, Donphan will be nice to handle his Jirachi. What am I doing? I'm pressing Jirachi. That is not an item, actually, contrary to popular belief. This will be nice for a couple reasons, because, you know, you got your EQ, you got your Stealth Rock, you got your Rapid Spinner, and people run Ice Shard, but I think Knockoff is going to be better, because in the end I don't see Ice Shard having a ton of utility. And we're definitely going to make it fully physically defensive. So yeah, looks good there. Yeah, looking at the rest of his team, I just need something that handles Jirachi. And I'm not really finding that. If I do spike stack, that could be nice. Just looking at my team, I mean, I have Sweepkin for Talonflame if all else fails, so I should be fine there. But yeah, it's just that's a lot of physical defense that I'm not sure how I agree with. I mean, in the end, Suicune beats out Gliscor, so that's good. So I should be fine there. Regarding the rest of his team, though, I feel like Chestnut's just going to be good because spikes are always great. We want Spiky Shield for sure, and spikes. I know how to type. Leech Seed, because who wouldn't do that? And for our last move, we're definitely going to want an attack. I wonder if I want to carry Rock Slide just because Talonflame's going to be unexpected, or Talonflame won't expect it, but he could just go to Gliscor. So I don't think it's really worth it in the end. It would be funny if he has Ice Punch. Nope. So we're just going to go for Hammer Arm. Cover quote-unquote dual stab. So that's another physically defensive wall. In regards to special attackers he has a few, so I should probably prepare for that for a little bit better. It's just, once Latias comes in...
I asked for a piece of cheese, a piece of the veggie. She gave me a cheese and 2 slices of the veggie. No extra charge. I'm gonna go cry.
That is adorable.
Whoever's listening, I'm gonna cry.
Okay, Jack's gonna cry. So yeah, speaking of pizza, so Latias is gonna drop a Draco. We're not gonna like that. So yeah, that's going to be my definition of taking Dracos, because he'll go for a Draco. I can set up a Shell Smash, and we should be good there. And we have the spinner in case he decides to set up rocks. I don't know how much he's going to expect Shell Smash, or Cloyster in general. So yeah, we're just going to go with this set. Nice and standard dot. I don't know, this is kind of looking like the team. I'm feeling this. Should be able to take necessary hits other than Latias. Watch out for Latias. Don't let it drop Dracos for free. Jack is emotional about his pizza. And yeah, that really should be it. Rocks, knockoff, things should be able to wear it down. So we're going to go with this for the team, and we'll be back when the battle starts. Alright, so first battle is on the way here. And let's confirm that I actually have items on everything. And it seems stats and move pools are good. We are set. Let us accept. Remember, big threat is going to be Latias. What a surprise, he brought his top threats. So, handling this is going to be a chore. You can have Latias or Gliscor as defog, but chances are it's going to be as Latias. No reason for him really not to start off with his Gliscor or his Jirachi. We get rocks up, we can pressure his Latias, and that's going to be good because we want him to prioritize going for defog as opposed to dropping Dracos. So we're going to start with Donphan. What's really funny is how it looks like Goodr's animation. It looks like Cloyster is kind of melting, but that is not the case. Okay, so right off the bat we are in an awful position. so that's good. Yep, so basically here we're gonna have to go directly into good old Metacham. Hope he doesn't burn us with a potential Scald, and hopefully we'll have a chance. But yes, he just goes for a nice Chill Glow first turn, because why not? Should take a Scald extremely well. So, I'm fine with switching out right now, going into Goodra. If he's a man and decides to Till Glow again, you know, so be it, but Assault Vest Goodra is going, oh, he's making plays. But yeah, here, most Goodras do not carry Ice Beam. So the chance of him expecting this is hopefully not the case. That was an interesting play on his part. Not sure how I feel about that. I mean, theoretically he could go into Jirachi right now. Eat up anything. So I kind of want to Fire Blast predicting that. Because he doesn't want to take a Draco. So I'm going to predict that. Okay, he's going to Protect. I guess he's scouting out a little bit. Maybe because of my over prediction, he might expect me to be Specs. Either way, I'm going to Ice Beam now because he knows I have the Fire Blast. Therefore, he knows his Jirachi is in potential danger. If he decides to Toxic, I can take him out with an Ice Beam and we will be clean. Yeah, totally up to him, obviously. He still has a million threats on his team. There's no doubt about that. I just realized he also doesn't have a Mega. So, he didn't bring the Mega Heracross because he knew my Mega Metacham was going to be an issue. What's really great about Mega Metacham is that in regards to Mega Evolving with any NPL rules, you have to Mega Evolve right away. You know, sometimes that can be situational for Megas, but you have to in the NPL rules. And it's perfect for Mega Metacham because when are you not going to Mega Evolve to Fake Out? You always are. So, I don't know what he's deciding right now. He decides to go into Latias. I feel this is a great situation because now I'm going to be able to just press Ice Beam again, really. He might want to go into Jirachi, I couldn't care less. If I can take out this Latias now, we'll be in a beautiful position. Just in case though, scouting damage, we're going to see Bulky Defog, 72. Yeah, I've seen this set a lot. I'm just not sure how I feel about it. You know, Life Orb Draco is definitely not going to take me out. So, I am totally fine with staying in, taking this potential Draco. Because that way we will get rid of the biggest threat on his team. Simple as that. Very glad he decided to bring this in for whatever reason. If he decides to go to Jirachi now, that'll be honestly good for me, because then we can see if he's at least somewhat bulky with leftovers, or if he's potentially choiced. Probably Scarf, if he is choiced. And we can see from there. But yes, he does decide to go into Jirachi. He does have leftovers. Something I do not want to do is lose my Goodra when I need it to handle his Latias. So, chances are though, he could have Stealth Rock. Yeah, he could have Stealth Rock indeed. But whatever the case, I'm going to go into Donphan. What could be really good is if he decides to go for rocks and then he wants to switch out and he goes into Latias thinking that I can't touch him. But who knows if that's really going to be the case because he has Gliscor. I'm pretty sure I talked about that when I was building this team. But at the very least, I will get up rocks nonetheless because that will put pressure on his Latias to go for the defog. I do have the unexpected knockoff, which is still at full power, and will be good. But yeah, every move has to be quite careful when you're basically have a UU team. This is basically UU versus it's mostly OU. Yeah, mine is mostly UU, his is mostly OU. I mean, tears aren't a lie, folks. He does have the advantage. I'm gonna go on a Don fan as he goes for the U-turn. I'm fine with this. He's probably gonna go into Shaman. That could be a little bit problematicness, Duba. But yeah, it just depends on what he wants to go into. I feel like he might want to go to Manaphy, yes. And he may just want to press Scald right away. Which is why I'm going to go directly into Gudra. Yeah, with that said, then it's all about... Oh, he goes for Ice Beam. Okay. No! No. Please. What? Why? Why did the... Like, this is what I'm saying. That... Yep. This is good. This is everything I have ever hoped for. How to lose Pokemon in 3 seconds. Ice Beam still won't kill from this range, so he's gonna have to go for one more if he really wants to be greedy. Yeah. So, awesome. Perfect. So glad beautiful situations like this have to happen to me, so that's cool. No, you don't understand. So that's awful because there is only one thing I really feel comfortable with bringing at this point, and that's Cloyster. So that's awful. Gosh, that's so unfortunate. Nice 10% chance. I mean, we're going for game right now. Kind of, not really. Because he still has Talonflame, obviously. Okay, so he does have Energy Ball. Even better reason to not go into Suicune. But yeah, at this point, I'm very much free to go for Rock Blast. If I miss, that is guaranteed game. And I would hate that very much. Great. So that was missed. That's pretty crucial, to be quite honest. Because now I don't have that extra damage, so unless this does... Yep, awesome. There is practically no chance at this point, so this is good. Like, how much would Rock Blast have done? Jirachi, Wishmaker, we're just going to assume. Cloyster, you Shell Smash. Don't have Razor Shell on this set for some reason. It does. Let's see. We're Adamant. +2. Razor Shell does that much. Rock Blast would have potentially put him in range. So, beautiful. Yeah, there's just not a lot to do at this point. Gosh, this is awful. What I guess I can do is press Fake Out, predicting his Protect, and then Ice Punching the next turn. So hopefully he doesn't expect this. I mean, I've completely in the corner now because I had to have those crucial plays against me. Like, I was kind of ranting for a second, but what I was trying to say earlier is, you know, Scald and things that have 30% chance to inflict their status, that happens like a normal amount for me. The 10% chance, that happens way too often. I understand Scald and Lava Plume. I do not understand why I have to be frozen when it comes to tournament battles. It's a great time. would have been dead from Draco. And so I have nothing to handle Latios, even though I was in an excellent position from the beginning of this game. Hate to sound like I'm complaining, but it was really, it mattered. But, you know, as Joey would say, it's the name of the game. It happens. I'll get over it, I guess. Whatever. But yeah. He is going to decide to go into Jirachi. I do not freeze him. No justice. I don't feel comfortable with Ice Punch killing at this range. Of course he has Protect. So off that noise. I mean, it's so obnoxious. Why do I have to make these plays? He says yes, like, as if... Like, bro, did you not see this amazing luck you had earlier? Okay. Whatever. So this is basically the situation right now. He's probably going to press U-turn if he's banded. If not, he might just press Brave Bird. Okay, he goes for Swords Dance. No freeze, because no justice. I don't know what to do. We're just gonna go to Donphan because basically his Talonflame is gonna wreak havoc right now. His Acrobatics does not kill. Beautiful. We're just gonna press knockoff right now if he decides to make plays. Alright, this sucks. This is basically game. I'm wondering at what range my Zygarde can take him out with. E-Speed. Do not have Life Orb. Why don't you have E-Speed automatically on this? Whatever. It needs to be at like 35. That's dumb. I'm just gonna EQ here. Okay, he did decide to make a risky play. Okay. Despite me being severely behind, I'm still doing okay. I mean, things are so bleak right now. Do I value Stealth Rock or Knockoff more at this point? I mean, either way I'm going to stay in because I get to scout. But yeah, I feel Stealth Rock's going to be better because the defensive Knockoff, I mean, depending on his moveset, is... Okay, so he goes for Earth Power and doesn't show his item, so he might just be leftovers. There's going to be a lot of going for game right now. That's all I have to say about that. If he has HP Ice, I don't think it'll kill. Depending on his Gliscor set, it's going to depend on how many Dragon Dances I need to go for game. He no longer has super reliable, he doesn't have any recovery or priority, so he can definitely still go at it. Yeah, it depends on his move pool and what he decides to do here. Because I mean, if he has Seed Flare, we can see how much damage it does. If he gets this Spadef drop, I'm in an awful position, like always. But he does have Dazzling Gleam. And with that, he's obviously not Scarf. With no choice but to Outrage. Yeah. What else to say about this game? With this in mind, he could pretty much just go into Gliscor and be like, whatever. He does decide to do that. Depending on rolls, it might be okay. Because what I can do... Ooh. So obviously he's going to protect here. But there's the Lumbarian effect. So, yeah, now we're confused, obviously. I really have no choice but to Outrage here. If I hit myself, it'll just be every matter of hacks in this game totally against me. So that's cool. But yeah, I have to press it because if I go for Dragon Dance and he goes for EQ or Toxic, he can stall the next turn, and that would suck. Yeah, it's basically up to a 50-50 roll now as to how well I'm going to be able to potentially finish off this game or not. Yeah. Okay, great. Perfect. I don't know what to say. Every chance that I had to win was... oh my gosh. Good, good. Just what I'm looking for at this point. This game legitimately could not have been any less lucky for me. Like, there's nothing I can do at this point, because his Shaman clearly has Seed Flare. What is he doing? What are you doing? Why are you toxicking me? I'm a Suicune. I mean, if he kind of forgets what Crocune does, then potentially he can lose. He decides to go into Manaphy. Interesting choice. But it's really looking like it's over at this point. And I don't even get the burn, so what am I supposed to make of this? Like, how stupid. There's legitimately no benefit on my, like, regarding my side of the game. Usually I believe RNG works out to balance, but there was no balance in this whatsoever. Just how ridiculous. My only chance here at this point is, and if he stays in, that's one potential speed tide that I would win. His Latios would have to have like no speed, but I don't know if it even went for an attack this game. Yeah, it came in like twice and did nothing. So it would basically have to have no speed, and my Mega Medicham would have to wreak havoc. You'd basically have to have a ton of bulky mons at this point to be like, no. So it does decide to stay in. That really doesn't matter. theoretically, let's say he has an offensive shaman, but not enough speed to outspeed me because, yes. Ice Punch has a chance to kill, high jump kick guarantee kills. How do I do against Latios? With Bullet Punch. You know what the crit is? A crit kill? Not a crit. Let's say we have like 29%. No, let's do maximum. 32 times 1.5. It would do 48%. So basically, we have to crit here, or it is game, and that would be obviously my only chance at this point, and no luck whatsoever. I'm not gonna say good game, because it was not a good game. It's very unsportsmanlike, but when you are faced with factors that you cannot control and are when I had a 10% chance.
Did you give it your best?
I did give it my best.
Did he give it his best?
Probably not, or probably his best, but
okay, then it was a good game.
But it was based off of RNG.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Well, that's the game, guys.
I knew what NG meant.
Random number generated.
Then yeah, it's still a good game.
Well, that's the review, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.
Don't,
comment, sub, and until later.
Like this video.
Please like this video in spite of Jack. Until later.
Unsubscribe.
Peace.